So one of the great things about blended learning is the number of opportunities it allows you to personalize instructions for students. In my English classroom, I found a lot of different ways to do this. For example, we were watching a movie recently about immigrant students who have come to the United States and are learning, and this was filmed a few years ago, and the students wanted to know what had happened to those students. So I was able to say, okay, why don't you get online, get on your devices, go on social media, use Google, see what you can find out. Let's learn what happened with these students. And they were able just in that spur of that moment to use their technology to get online and learn some things about what had happened with those different students. And that was a cool opportunity to kind of blend the learning and combine what we were doing in class with some of their interests. At the end of every year, we do a big kind of apocalypse unit, and the students have to make a plan for how they'd survive an apocalypse. It's meant to be kind of fun, but it's also a research project. So they get online, they go on Amazon or Costco or wherever else, and they have a certain amount of weight that they can take. They have a certain amount of money they can spend. So it gives them some kind of real tools to practice buying, practice using a budget and those different kinds of things. And then they have to present a report of what they're going to do to survive this apocalypse. So that's another way to use technology, to use a kind of blended learning model to personalize instruction. I also think about a project that I do with students, and I don't tell them it's going to be a research project. What I say to them is, what's something that you've always wanted to know about but really haven't ever had the opportunity to study? And so that we brainstorm ideas. I talk about how I've always wanted to learn some simple words in French. And so I say, I want you to go and learn about something that you're just interested in knowing about. And I give them a few parameters, and they go home and they spend some time. And then they come back and I say, now I want you to apply that knowledge in some way. So maybe you're gonna have a conversation with a French person. If you learned how to roller skate, you're gonna go roller skating. So I had a student who was really interested in blacksmithing. And so he used his knowledge of blacksmithing, and his parents were able to buy a few tools, and he made some rings and some other things in a blacksmith shop. So it was kind of a cool opportunity for him to use what he'd learned online at his home and then also apply it. So I just love all the different opportunities to personalize instruction in an English classroom or in any classroom using blended learning.